Happy Sabbath, church family. Today, I will spend a few minutes talking about a person's image and reputation, and how the Bible encourages us to look at this topic differently than the rest of society. The pressure of having a reputation and image that is impressive, or even just acceptable, to the people around us is an understated but very real part of just about everyone's life. As a teenager, I can definitely say I've observed and experienced this pressure to gain others' favor. But I'm very sure this dilemma extends into the adult world as well. Of course, I'm not talking about building a simple, positive reputation based on things like kindness and being friendly. No, the type of reputation and image I'm referring to is one that is instead created just to fit in with friends or impress coworkers. This kind of reputation often results in individuals being less true to themselves and hiding certain thoughts or feelings simply because they think this would damage the image of themselves that has been so carefully constructed. Luckily for us, the Bible makes it clear that we as Christians should not be concerned about our worldly reputation or image. In the Bible, Jesus' actions and the people he associated himself with show that he was not interested in what the general public thought of him. He knew that those who had good hearts would not be turned away by his friendliness towards the typical sinners of that time, because they were instead focused on the beauty of his character and the message that he wanted to share. Only people who could not see Jesus for who he truly was, like the Pharisees, viewed him as beneath them because of the less glamorous parts of his life. We as Christians should use this same logic. It does not matter what others think of us in worldly terms, like calling us boring, a goody two-shoes, weird, etc., because as long as we have a character like Christ's, there will be plenty of people who take notice and disregard the superficial labels we have been given. One other reason that we do not need to be concerned about our worldly image is because we have a more important reputation to focus on, our heavenly image. Ephesians 4 verses 21 to 24 says, "Since you have heard about Jesus and have learned the truth that comes from him, throw off your old sinful nature and your former way of life, which is corrupted by lust and deception. Instead, let the Spirit renew your thoughts and attitudes. Put on your new nature, created to be like God, righteous and holy." The two words mentioned in this verse, lust and deception, are related to reputation, as many people lust after or strongly desire to have an impressive image. And oftentimes they use deception to do this, by either lying to others or sometimes even to themselves about their true character. Luckily, this text also provides the solution to this problem. Simply cast aside your old self and the unnatural efforts you made to blend in, and take on God's new and better nature for yourself. This new version of yourself may not always make you the most popular person, but it will certainly bring you into God's favor, along with spreading his light into the lives of others, which is much more important. Being a Christian involves acting and thinking differently from the rest of the world. So while many people are concerned about having the perfect reputation among their peers, we instead are only concerned about reflecting God's character. Jesus never once hesitated in his choices to attend to the outcast and sinful members of his society, although this drew him a lot of negative attention, because he knew that others' view of him was not important. We should also have this mindset, along with knowing that once we put on our new heavenly nature, the only opinion that truly matters is God's, and he is the opposite of superficial. As we go through our lives, we should remember that instead of working to please the people around us, we should instead work to please God, and everything will fall into place.